Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're at in the world. I am Ryan Keys, your host with Spirituality with a Spin. Go check us out in the iTunes store. Today, October 11th, 2016. We are trotting along. Time is not stopping for no man. Like I said, if you see Time for Sale on Amazon, could you forward me that link? I'd like to buy a couple years. So what is spirituality with a spin? Someone asked me. Well, it's talking about things that are spiritual, but we're trying to break it down in such a way where we keep it simple, we keep it understanding, we involve you. We're not talking over your head, we're talking to you. And I believe that you should laugh a little bit while you're learning. When I was in school, the teachers that I loved the most were the ones that I could identify with and that could make me laugh. Because then I was comfortable. I felt comfortable. And when I felt comfortable, I trusted them and I listened. So that's what we want to do. We want to make this a conversation, not a collegiate lesson. So I was hip deep in a dream, running and running and running. There was nothing chasing me. I had no goal to get to, but I was running. I don't know if it was because yesterday's topic that I filmed a video for Thursday is about how to handle twin flames fighting, or if it was because Spirit was trying to have me go into the all scary stage, the running stage. I'd been avoiding it a little bit. Why? Because when it talks about running, it talks about facing your fears. And all of us are a little apprehensive when it comes to facing the unknown. Because when we think we know everything or we know enough, the unknown reaches out and grabs us, and it shows us we knew nothing. We only guessed really good. When I had my near-death experience, when I sat up in my own body and watched them moving around me unbeknownst to my presence, 5 hours into my surgery on my face, and then I saw the ceiling open up to a grass. And as I walked up that path, it began to get steeper. And I began to go up that mountain, moving forward, facing each step. But that's a story for another time. So in my dream, I was running. And I was running fast, with a lot of energy, a lot of effort. I don't know what I was running to, but I was running to something. Now, what does it mean when you're running, especially in your dream? Well, running in your dream suggests that you're following a flow of energy or life, that you're moving forward through something, or that you're fleeing from something. Sometimes you could be running towards danger because your subconscious wants you to face this. So what does it mean when your twin flame runs? So many of you out there have experienced this or right in the midst of it. How did it happen? How did it go so wrong? Well, I wasn't going to talk about this topic yet because it's a deep topic, and I can only really skim the surface in bite-sized pieces. But so the video that I recorded yesterday is about what to do when you and your twin flame are fighting. And I do believe that will be extremely helpful, and I'll try to get that up on Thursday. But a lot of this is still about facing internal fear. The who's, the whens, the whys. Being afraid to let go. Let the walls down. Open up. So why does a twin flame run? Well, possibly, as we've been talking about, it could be a faux flame. There's a list of those faux flame issues I'll go into this week on the issues of why and how and what a faux flame might be and what they're doing to you and how you can spot it. And just because they're a faux flame doesn't mean that it's something wrong or bad. The universe is still trying to give you a lesson, a deeper look at life, preparing you. You have to start looking at things through a different eye. Like they say, see the glass half full instead of half empty. But, like you, I wonder, why does a twin flame run? Because this call of consciousness has come from the divine. But it's one of the most common stages. Many of you out there have already written into me. Many of you are already working with me intuitively and working with my friend on energy work, trying to recalibrate and recenter. And this will certainly feel like the worst crisis point that you've had in love in your life. You're going to be like, somebody pinch me. Am I in a nightmare? What's going on? One twin just can't handle the energy. Well, that's what we think. So one twin is overwhelmed by this merging, by this manifesting, and it gets too hot and they want to run, right? Is that our ego? Is that what we're telling ourselves? That that's why they're running? Are we trying to shift the blame? Or are we willing to step up and take 50%, take our share, our portion? Because truly the ego is fearing complete annihilation. The ego is afraid of this union. It's almost like a phobia. So the ego convinces your mind of all the things that can go wrong, of all the things that have gone wrong in your past, that experience is worth its weight in gold, that sharing at this point might not be caring, it might be out of control. And many of you that have been affected by faux flames, it's a devastating experience as well, until you learn to recenter yourself with practices like Reiki and meditation. You're not going to find the reason. It's difficult. But don't allow it to make you commitment phobic. Go forward. Claim what is yours. Because a faux flame is merely a signal flare of that true flame. It means they're coming. It means God is giving you a chance to get ready. Rise up. Rise up. There are a lot of terms for this running, but all of it is about pain. And in my video about twin flames fighting, I talked about that, the pain body. When someone lashes out in anger, or when someone is crass or harsh, they're hiding pain. Anger, punishment, defensiveness, judgment, those are not echoing the beauty of the twin flame relationship. Those are not essential elements of the human spirit, correct? Those are symptoms of a torn soul that's trying to hide. So a twin flame runner is afraid of this connection because it's a reflection of themselves. And it's painful, so they cope by that by shutting down and withdrawing and pulling away. And society is only giving them the sounding board for that. All of this technology, all of the things that we've done with social media have given us a certain support for the erratic, for the have a taste of this, have a taste of that, the grass is greener over there, I've got a backdoor plan, because access is so easily obtainable now. Well, we need to get past the external things, money, sex, infatuation, popularity, drinks, food, cars, escaping the pain. Because there is no real escaping that pain that you feel right now. And let me say, just like you, I have pain. I go through stints of self-rejection. Those things bubble to the surface. I've had physical pain, emotional pain. I lost my father at an early age, and it was devastating because I had to become a man, and no one had showed me how. And I failed many times. I still fail, but I'm trying. I'm moving forward. I'm going up that mountain path, looking for answers, charging ahead. If I'm running, I'm running towards. Because that fear, that envelope of pain will chase you down and hold you down and not let you get away. So turn, my friends, and face it. Find solid ground. Plant your feet. Make a stand. Feel secure. Take the risk. It's worth it. That's why I had no intro song today. Because today is deeper. Today is a conversation for those of you that are dying to create, that are listening right now, that have heard the call, that are conscious of this, but you are afraid and you're running. There's nowhere to run to. Turn and face it. You have friends. We have this community. We're building an awareness. We're sending you energy. You can contact me. You can contact people. Take part in the feed. Let's find answers. But to find an answer, first you have to ask a question. Because many times the answer, it may be inside, but the avenue to obtain it is by asking outside. Because when you speak, when you edify the word, it becomes manifested. If I seek, I shall find. So what did you learn if you ran? And what are you learning if your other flame is running? You're learning about all these locked up emotions that were laying down in your heart. You're learning about what is real pain because you're learning about emotional attachment. You're learning about facing fear. It's overwhelming. It hurts. But you have to trust that this is your true, authentic self coming forward. You know, even men that are twin flames, we're just socially programmed. That makes this awakening harder for us. And this twin flame process is an awakening of soul, of consciousness, of spirit. And us as men, well, that's not really what we've been guided to be. We've had to be the warrior. We've had to be the soldier. We've had to be the fearless face of a mechanized society. that's industrialized all soul out of the scene. We've had to operate based on logic and judgment, not allowing a second guessing for what we feel is right. We're not told that we can cry. We're not told that we can dive in deep to our emotions. We're told to hide. So if your male is running, he's not running from just you. He's running from society. He's running from pre-programming. And I say patience. This is a relationship. This is a communion that's worth work. It's worth waiting it out a little bit. You don't want to wait it out at the cost of your own sanity. No. You don't want to allow this situation to pull you down so deep that you won't recover. But I doubt that that will happen. With a faux flame, yes it could. Because this is an energy vampire that's sucking off of you everything that you need to move forward, siphoning off your source to feed their own. And that's just unacceptable. We all have moments where we're feeding off of other people because we're at a weak place. But consciously, no. Move forward. Ask yourself, is this truly my twin flame? And then we'll talk more later on down the road about true telltale signs of a faux flame that are really deep and really dive into that darkness to shed a light on it. Pull those skeletons out of the closet. Now when the female comes along and the man sees this monumental emotion, they've never experienced that before, so then they feel out of control. As their heart beats fast, their feet move faster because they feel, wait, what is this? Why don't I, this isn't logical. This isn't something I can control. And in the beginning, yes, their body, their instinct, their attraction, the virileness is reaching out and reaching in and diving on it. But the spirituality, if that man isn't in tune or in touch with his spirit, it's going to be tough. So I say, as soon as you come across this twin flame relationship, dive in spiritually. Create a safe haven. Create a safe place. I mean, a padded room full of heart and soul and love, so that the logics of what this fear might be are quelled, so that the infatuation stage is not just about flesh. It becomes about expectation and an envelope of opening a heart. This is why I was talking about balance. This is why I was talking about get balance before you seek balance with your twin flame. Find your female, find your masculine, and blend those together so that when you come together, you are a centered soul presenting that to your lover. So that when you go 3D to 5D, your vibration is so on, it's resonating heartbeats, heartbeats, heartbeats. And there's no pushing, there's no punishing, there's no encroachment of personal space. Only allowing, only releasing. You have to understand. Someone runs for a reason. The reason is not always going to defer to what and why. But the most common cause, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of unworthiness, fear of hurt, fear of not being good enough. And what are the solutions? Your twin isn't running from you. Your twin is fallen in love and has learned that this could hurt. So how do you get past it? Clear the fear pattern. Heal the wounds that cause the fear. Remember, centering energy so you don't feel you need to run. All fear is energy. Redirect it. Present the fear with a contractive agreement. Yeah, it feels tight and oppressive and anxious, but counter it with love. Go to the opposite polarity. Fear is one of the lowest energetic frequencies on the spectrum, and it can become lodged in us super deep, like lead, and it lies there dormant. And then love triggers it. Opportunity triggers it. Because opportunity and love are the exact opposite. So once we get into a person's energy field, look for the root and clear it. That's why I'm so into the Reiki, and that's why I'm so into energy and Qigong. Rebalancing and rekindling this energy. And then once the fears are gone, automatic reaction of running isn't triggered. You're going to relax, you're going to open, you're going to be in a safe place. So the easiest way to help your twin is to look to clear these things. And conversation helps to clear. Being open, seeing the other side, coming from it from an open mind, a perspective which is open. Allow your twin flame to become awakened as you awaken. Just remember, if your twin runs, it's not your fault. You're not doing anything wrong. It's happening because you're chasing. So surrender, let go, let them run. Your body says to chase because that's yet another fear. Learn in the lesson. Trust in Source. Believe that God has called this for your higher good. Because if you're running or if you're chasing, you're not understanding the twin flame concept. You're not understanding that this is a conscious call from the Creator. You're not understanding that God has got you. You're just allowing the past to trigger something, so you feel that you can't change it, so you respond. So you, as the non-runner, you can permanently resolve the running by changing the behavior that triggers it. Change your energy field. Look towards clearing the wounds in yourself and your twin. And then send them love, no matter what. And understand, they will return when they're ready. Like I said, we're just touching on this today. We're not going to dive too deep. I don't want to give you too much because this is a topic that really strikes a chord with me. So I want you to sink in. I want you to allow that. I want you to listen. And let's have a conversation. Be interactive. Open up. Tell us your story. If you're in a running, chasing situation, come on down below in the comments. Let us know, because there's thousands of people here. And we all have a heart. And no matter where we're at, we all can give help or need help. Open forum, my friends. But do it in love. Go with light. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your support as we continue diving deep. Diving into the darkness with as much light as we can bring to shed light on this. With love and light and a lot of laughter, I send you my energy. Now close your eyes. Divine Source, Divine Creator, we manifest. It says wherever two or more are gathered in agreement, what they agree upon is as it was, so above, so below, as in heaven, as on earth. And we have a mighty force right here. We are standing. Open our eyes to see. Open our ears to hear. Open our mouths to speak the message that we need to speak. And give us strength to face the fears, to let go, to awaken, to find love. I love you guys. I will see you on the other side.